Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we have another unboxing from Airfix's Vintage Classic range. This is the Fairey Rotodyne, which was an experimental aircraft in the late 50s that Fairey worked on. And also, not coincidentally, the mold dates from 1959 as well. That's why it's in their Vintage Classic range. But let's have a look. It's been a hard kit to find, so I know it was met with quite a lot of people liked the idea that they brought it back. So there's the box art. It was designed as a vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. It had little microjets on the rotor tips, and the idea is you could go from the city out to the airport, etc. Some military uses as well. Funding was eventually pulled from it, and there was only, after 350 flights from the one example, the project was sadly cancelled. So there's the box art. Basic instructions here. Nothing too fancy. Newer Airfix instructions. They've updated apparently a few parts here and there, but as you'll see in a minute, the mold is definitely showing its age. There's the full instructions and the single prototype paint scheme, 1957 to 1962. So the mold was from 62, but they have updated the instructions and the decals. So let's have a look at the decals. There they are there. Pretty straightforward. Airline builders will have no problems with these. And you also get the cockpit instrument panels, etc. you can put on. Okay, the parts. Let's start with the clear section. A lot of windows in the Fairey Rotodyne and a very large glass canopy section here. That's what that looks like. As always, I did take the parts out, although in this case only the clear part was in a bag sprue. Everything else was loose, and again, this is a 1959 molding, so it is an old mold, but not a ton of flash that I see on the first sprue. Definitely an older Airfix plastic. And that's the inside. There's some little rivets you can see just put in there. Recessed rivets, actually. That's the first one. Then we have the other half and the back end. And I keep looking, trying to find a date on the mold, but I can't find one. But the injector pin marks are quite prominent, as you can see. At least they're on the inside, nothing obvious. Again, would have made an interesting aircraft. I'm not sure when I build this what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the default scheme or a what-if scheme. Now, here is some parts that have some issues with some plastic markings and stuff like that. If I want to be really, you're going to have to re-rivet a couple of little bits there. You can see there's an injector pin mark there where it's gone a bit deep into the mold, but nothing that a reasonable modeler should be able to handle. The engine nacelle. Then we have the other engine nacelle. Again, these are the worst parts of the kit. You can see where the injector pin marks will come through, so you're going to have to do some sanding there. See what you can come up with. You can see there where the injector pin mark has come through. Then we have some various small pieces, including a high-quality pilot figure, Snort. Again, landing gear, wheels, etc. Another part with another pilot figure, more of the central rotor. And then we have the actual rotors themselves with the little microjets on them. You see there. And again, the mold is definitely showing its age. And then we have the two propellers with the sprues that have come off them. So they came off in the box. So yeah, a little bit of a challenge, this kit, but this is, that's what you expect in the Vintage Classic range when you build these. The idea is nostalgia, but an advanced modeler should be able to put them back together. So that is the Fairey Rotodyne kit in 1/72 scale from Airfix Vintage Classics. As always, stay safe, happy building. Don't forget to like and subscribe to both this channel and the Scale Model Podcast channel, and of course at blackfire.ca I'll have a full photo gallery of this kit. So thank you and be well.